cat with the lost collar. I found him on a rainy evening, right after a loud explosion echoed across the district. The sky was dark, the streets were empty, and the only sound was the steady dripping of water from broken roofs. That's when I saw him, a small gray and white cat, soaked to the bone, sitting under the remains of a bus shelter. His fur was plastered to his body, and he was shivering so hard that even from a distance I could see his tiny shoulders trembling. But what caught my eye wasn't the cat himself. It was the old red collar around his neck, a collar without a tag, a collar that once meant he belonged to someone. I approached slowly and put food on the ground. He didn't move. He didn't even look at it. He just stared at me with wide, frightened eyes, like he had been waiting for someone. But not me. When lightning lit up the sky, I noticed the collar was worn, frayed on one side, as if someone had desperately tried to remove it. Maybe he escaped from a destroyed home. Maybe his family had left and couldn't take him. Maybe he ran when the first explosion hit. Whatever happened, the collar was his last connection to a life that no longer existed. After a few minutes, he finally moved closer, step by step, shaking, hungry, but still carrying that invisible hope that his people would come back for him. He began to eat, but kept lifting his head to look around, as if he was listening for familiar footsteps. When I reached my hand out, he didn't run away. He leaned into my palm, and that was the moment I knew he wasn't just hungry. He was heartbroken. I gently touched the old collar. It slid loosely around his neck, almost falling off. I realized then that it wasn't just a collar. It was a memory of someone he loved. I named him Buddy because that's what he clearly used to be to someone, a best friend. Now Buddy comes to me whenever it rains. He hides under the same shelter, watching the road like he's still waiting for his family. But when I arrive, his eyes soften, and he rubs his head against my leg. Maybe one day he'll stop waiting for the past. Maybe one day he'll trust that he isn't alone anymore. Until then, I'll be his shelter the way he chose me that rainy night.